What's up, guys? This is Stevan, and I'm here with an awesome, interesting video topic. With recruiting in full bloom, the season's right around the corner. I'm going to talk about how you can get a scholarship in wrestling in Division I level. Now, before we get into it, guys, make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, and push the notification bell on so you can get update whenever we drop a video. So first things first, all right? You're a wrestler. We've all been there. We've kind of made the decision in our life that, hey, I want to go and take wrestling to the next level after high school, and I want to go wrestle in college. Not just any college. I want to try to make it to Division I. Now, for many of you who don't know the difference of what Division I wrestling is compared to D2, D3, NAIA, JUCO, NCAA D1 is the top flight of college wrestling and in college sports. There's also Division II and Division III with smaller schools, but also being part of the NCAA. Then you've got NAIA, which is also smaller schools that are competing, but is not affiliated with the NCAA. It's a totally different association, along with JUCO being its own thing as well. A little bit of smaller schools here, but also can give scholarship money to their athletes. Wrestling at the next level in college is very big, and it's a very big deal no matter what division it is. But to wrestle D1, there's only about 1% of wrestlers that make it to be able to compete at the Division I level in the NCAA. Now, even though only 1% of wrestlers make it to the D1 level, that doesn't mean that the other divisions aren't better suited for you, and to make sure you check out all of your options when looking into where you want to attend or where you want to be recruited by. Now, here are 3 things that coaches are looking for in an athlete when recruiting someone to come to college at any level. Number 1, wrestling coaches want winners, and being able to go on the mat and get your hand raised and get off the mat and represent their university is the most important thing that a college wants. I think that's pretty self-explanatory, but it goes far and it kind of shows you what kind of wrestler they want. Number 2, grades. Any coach wants a wrestler who can study, who can get into their school and get accepted, and also stay eligible academically to be able to perform and compete every weekend, week in, week out, to make sure that they can accomplish those goals on the mat. If you're not able to be eligible and you can't get the grades, you're not going to be able to wrestle. And number 3, character. Character is what ties these other 2 factors together, shows the coaches what kind of person you are, how you represent yourself on and off the mat, and gives that extra edge when getting recruited. All right, guys, let's get into the nitty-gritty now of how to actually get this D1 scholarship and what you need to do and what actions you need to take. For me, the first thing that needs to be done is make the decision that wrestling is going to be the sport you do all year round. It's not something you only do while in season, and only just showing up to the high school practices and competing in the high school season is going to be enough, because it's not. Wrestling is a sport that's very difficult and demanding, and if you love it that much and you want to take it to the next level, it should be something that you're doing all year round. First, being able to find a club, a good training place to go to when your high school season's out, that have good training partners, top of the line coaches, and just an overall good place for you to get better and develop. Also, finding some of those coaches or somebody that is willing to give you private lessons or individuals that once or twice a week to help kind of focus more on the skills that you need best to improve in wrestling. That's going to make the big difference going into the following season, where you're definitely going to make more gains. Next is competition. College coaches obviously are going to be looking at your state tournament that you wrestle in, and for the most part, being a state champion is going to do something. Is going to be the ultimate goal as a kid in the high school system, is winning a state title in your state, and that should pretty much be a lock for any in-state school to want to come and reach out for you. D1 at least, but also if, depending on how your grades are, that could sway you going D2, D3, NAIA. But even being a state placer is very good, having good grades and having good character, like I said. In my opinion, as long as you're placing at the state tournament once or twice, not just having to win it, is pretty much the minimum thing you need to do, I think, to be able to get an in-state school scholarship in D1. Remember, guys, Jordan Burroughs was only a 1-time state champion in the state of New Jersey, and went on to be one of the best wrestlers in the U.S. history or world history. So it doesn't always matter in having to have those high school results, but just being able to show up at the right place at the right time and compete and perform. So that's, like I said, that's enough to get the job done for Burroughs. But for you, I think, like I said, placing at the state tournament is something that should be a goal, and state champion, obviously, putting you the extra mile. Next is competing after season tournaments. postseason, okay? Now these are where a lot of the coaches are looking at a national competitive level. The reason that these are important is because you're bringing all of these other states together in one place and you're just getting a higher level of competition. Being able to go and compete at these tournaments, you're gonna learn how to compete better in general, and then going back around to the next season when you go into your high school season, you're probably gonna perform better when it comes to your state series tournaments. Not only that, but the visibility of being seen by these coaches, because you're competing with kids from all over the country. They're gonna get their eyes on you and you're gonna get on their radar. What I think is the most important tournament in the United States for high school kid is Fargo. It is a main tournament that every college coach is looking at and scouting for you to go there and be a Fargo All-American or a Fargo champ. If you do this, you're already going to be someone who's ranked top 10, top 15 in the country most likely, and you're getting on every college coach's scouting list. D1. I haven't wrestled a tournament besides the NCAA tournament that is so upscale with the amount of people and bodies in the tournament, going to weigh-ins every day. There's literally 30 mats out there that kids are wrestling on. The tournament lasts a straight week. So I mean, it's an awesome tournament, and Fargo is definitely something that you need to put on your radar when you're trying to compete off season. Actually, I won my Fargo title before I even won my first state title the next year. So if that doesn't speak to give you a lot of confidence, I don't know what does. I literally almost wet the bed my first match. I look across the mat and I see Coach John Smith in Team Oklahoma's corner, and I was like so starstruck that I couldn't believe that, and just realizing how many top level wrestling coaches are there watching your every move and watching every match. And lastly, guys, regardless of just competitions off season, showing up to a lot of these camps to get your face in front of coaches and on more of a personal level, that's very important. A lot of these big colleges always have some sort of fundraising camp over the summer, like the University of Michigan summer camps, Indiana University summer camps, Iowa wrestling, Penn State wrestling summer camps. They're bringing in a lot of kids from all levels in high school, from beginner, intermediate to advanced level, that some of these colleges are trying to recruit and get them to sign. Are actually coming to these camps and training for the week. This is something that's open to the public and open for signups for anyone in high school. So you can go the extra mile by showing face at these camps. All right, guys, just to summarize again one more time for you. Number one is skill development, getting better every day, making the improvements, building your skill set, and then going on and winning, getting your hand raised. Okay, that's first and foremost. Coaches love that. Everyone loves that. You love that. Number two, grades. Hammer it in the school, do your homework, make sure you guys are putting in that extra effort to just pass your classes and do everything you can. Show up every day to school, because this is also what coaches need. You can't do any of this without passing and doing well in school. And number three, character. Be a good person, guys. Hang out with the right people. Make the right decisions while in high school, because I know, hey, you're getting older, you're going through puberty, things are changing in life, and you're trying to become your own person. But making these sacrifices now for these goals are ultimately worth it. And this is where a lot of people make a lot of mistakes, and because of decisions they make off the mat, they're not able to, and they risk and jeopardize their future career, not just into wrestling, but things that could have taken that. Wrestling takes people very far in life, regardless of if they accomplish the things they want to or not. It gets them around and gets them, networked in life further. So be a good person and show good character. Coaches love that. And if you can have all those three things, you're just one step closer to getting a scholarship in D1 wrestling. Thanks again for watching, guys. Stick around for another video. World champs in everything we do.